So you're thinking about relocating to the Panhandle, but you're just not sure which beach you want to land on. Well, you know what? Today we got a good one for you. I am going to map out and I'm going to show you the difference in living on Pensacola Beach versus Perdido Key and Navarre Beach to find out which one's really going to work the best for you, your family, your needs, your wants.
What do you want?
All that good stuff. So make sure you stick around. Let's dive into it. So here's a kind of a map of the area. Here is the Alabama line here. Okay. So right here you have Perdido Key. And then you have Pensacola Beach. And then you have Navarre Beach. Okay. Now, one thing I like to tell people is, our beaches are very unique. They are pretty much barrier islands, okay? So as you can see, the beach, Pensacola Beach, or any of them, you have to take a bridge to get over. So if you're in Pensacola, you take 3 Mile Bridge and you go through Gulf Breeze, and then you take the little Bob Sykes Bridge to get over, okay? If you're in Navarre, you're here, you're on 98, and you take the bridge to get over to Navarre Beach. Same with Perdido. When you're in Perdido, if you're here, you come across this bridge to get over onto the key, okay? So, with that being said, which one is the best for you and what you're looking for? Okay, so what I tell people, I get a lot of calls from people actually working with someone right now from YouTube that is looking to move the area. They weren't really sure if they want to be in Navarre, Pensacola Beach, or Perdido. So one of my first questions to people is, what are you looking for? Are you looking for nightlife? Are you looking for restaurants, bars, shopping, that kind of stuff? Because if you are, then Pensacola Beach beats Navarre and Perdido Key. Okay. Now, all 3 beaches have the beautiful sugar white sand, so you can't go wrong there. But Pensacola Beach is going to have more restaurants. It's going to have your boardwalk, cruising around on the golf cart from Peg Leg Pete's to Portofino, whatever that may be. There's tons of little restaurants, bars, great restaurants. You got Grand Marlin, you got Drift, you got Peg Legs, you got Paradise, you got Casino Beach Bar. You got tons and tons of restaurants. So, and you also have miniature golf on Pensacola Beach, which is really cool. So if you need things to do, that rainy day, well, actually you can't do it on a rainy day because it's outside, but maybe the current's ripping and you don't want to get in the water or it's cold, you can go play miniature golf. They also have a little arcade in there also, which is cool. But so let's check out Pensacola Beach here. So Pensacola Beach, one thing I love about the beach is there's no more building that can go on. Our beach is never going to look like Destin or Orange Beach because there's no more building. They can't go and put another tower. They can't go and put another hotel on the beach. They're just not allowed to, which is really neat. So it's going to keep our beach really, really cool. It's not going to be full of, skyscrapers or, tall buildings. You can really see the beach no matter where you're at. But as you come across the bridge, okay, you'll see you got the Grand Marlin up here, one of the best, one of our favorite restaurants. And then you got Lagunas. Lagunas are a cool little spot, really cool place for the kids to play. They got, go-karts. They got this little suspension kind of course that you can do. We've done Brody's birthday party there a couple times. And then you can come down, you got Little Sabine over here. So you got houses and you got condos all along Sabine here. Now you got houses on here. Now the thing about Sabine, if you are looking for a property, you cannot rent these out. There's no short-term rentals in Little Sabine. So just to let you know. But you come down here, you come down onto the beach, you got Casino Beach Bar right here. Right where this is at. You got Drift, you got Crabs, you got Hampton Inn, you got Sandshaker, the Sandshaker's right there. You come down the west side of the beach, this is Fort Pickens. So if you're talking about direction on the beach, if you stay on the Fort Pickens side, this is the west side. So you come down here, you got some really great condos and really great townhouses and houses all along the beach here on the Fort Pickens side. But anyways, Peg Leg Pete's, great spot, great restaurant. And then if you come down here, you got public parking, you got gazebos, you got a bunch of spots here that you can hang out. Usually they got some little food trucks, Kona Ice that hang out here. But then this is going to start Fort Pickens. This is all protected land here, so they'll never be able to build anything down there, which is really cool. And if you see in here, let's see if we get in here. But you can see along Sabine here, you got some really cool houses, very Florida-ish. You know, the as you can see, really pretty houses. You know, $1 million to $3 million. Can't find anything for $1 million right now, but pretty close. You know, houses like that. As you can see, really pretty houses. Now, if you come down here, this is your Via de Luna side. Okay, you got the Sneaky Tiki. You got the RV park, Pensacola RV resort. It's awesome. But then you got the Sneaky Tiki right there. So if you stay there, it's awesome. You could go hang out there. But the Sneaky Tiki gets really popular, really kind of local, just a little tiki bar, and it gets packed. But then you got Paradise. This is where we come. Lots of great places. You come here, got good food, burgers, quesadillas, things like that. But they got live music that goes on as well. It's pretty awesome. But then, so this is your Via de Luna side. Okay. Now you can't rent all along this whole beach. There are certain areas. Panferio is one spot that you can rent out for short term. You got Pensacola Beach Elementary School. You got the tip here, Baby Beach. Keep going down. You got tennis courts. We're down there. Keep coming down here. You got Portofino. I love Portofino. I think it's a great place because you got 5 towers, all independently have their own pools, hot tubs, and then you have a lifestyle center here with other pools, restaurants, bars, got an indoor lap pool. Great place. If you're looking for a condo, I definitely recommend Portofino. But then after Portofino, this is all private. This is all Gulf Islands National Seashore, all the way down to Navarre Beach. Now, out of any of the beaches, Navarre Beach, I think, is going to be the beach that doesn't have as much going on. Okay, Navarre Beach has two or three restaurants. That's it. You got your Windjammer, you got Juana's right here, and then the other Andes Beachside. Those are the only restaurants, only bars. The Windjammer along the pier is really awesome, but there's really not much, right? So if you like that nightlife, if you like things to do, Navarre Beach might not be for you, because then you got to come in. You actually got to go into Navarre, which is just over the bridge, to go and do things. Also, you're not going to have as much entertainment stuff to do along Navarre Beach. You know, that's one thing you've heard me talk about before. You know, if you want things to do, Navarre's just not there yet, right? When it comes to activities, nightlife, things just to do outside of going to the beach. So Navarre Beach is beautiful. Don't get me wrong, right? I mean, here after this is all seashore again, right? So nothing can be built along here. It's all beautiful, just natural, all natural beach. It's great. You could take your boat all along here, all the way to Destin. So now we're in Fort Walton Beach. Pretty cool. You can take that intercoastal all the way. But that is one thing that's neat about Navarre Beach. But also their beach is the same. Not being able to build a bunch of stuff on there, which is great. So it's not going to be a bunch of high rises and towers and things like that. So I think that's one thing that really separates our beaches from a lot of beaches in the country, so, but that is Navarre Beach. As you can see, there's a lot of great little spots though, a lot of little houses. You can get in here in these little bayous, so you have access to the water. But as you can see, very undeveloped, not that much going on except some houses, some condos. Now, one thing is about Pensacola Beach and Navarre Beach, this land here you don't own. Well, there are a couple, okay, but I believe probably 95% of the beaches, Pensacola Beach, Navarre Beach, is leasehold property. So if you are buying something with a loan, make sure that your lender knows about leasehold property, because it can become a problem. And remember, guys, if you have any questions on any of this stuff, we love helping people. We love helping people relocate. We would love to answer any questions that you have about the area, no matter even if it's not for the beach. You want to get at some acreage, or you want to live in town. We love helping. We love answering any questions that you have. So let's go. We went from Pensacola Beach. We talked about Navarre Beach. Now let's talk about Perdido Key. All right, so let's talk about Perdido Key. Now, I love the Key. I love Perdido Key. I think it's one of the best spots. For me, it's just too far from everything, right? If you look here, to go from the Key, let's say you live here, to go all the way into town, it's pretty far, right? If you want to go to a Wahoo's game or something like that, Pensacola Beach, you're right there. Right now, Navarre Beach, you're just as far as Perdido Key. But it's such a great area. It's such a great area, this whole area along on the kind of the west side. But if you're looking for a really chill, beachy town, the Key is where it's at. This whole part here, and it's called the Key. You just refer to it as the Key. But this whole thing here, from Floribama to Johnson's Beach, there is the Key. Okay, so it's really cool because you have on the Key here, you have Lost Key Resort. This is a huge golf course. It's fun. It's also called Lost Ball because as you can see, there's quite a bit of water, narrow, fun place to play golf, right? But you also, especially if you're an owner at Lost Key Resort, you have access to multiple pools. You got also Perdido Key down here, Lost Key Golf Club, super great spot. But check this out. So they built this a few years ago, but this is just it's for Lost Key owners and renters. But this is such a cool place. You got, there's a couple pools. It's a restaurant. It's a place. You also have your own little private beach out in the front. That's part of, there's a beach. Pretty awesome. So that's the Lost Key Beach Club. But Lost Key, you got houses, townhouses. You also have these condos. So you have these 5 condos here, which are awesome, really different views, really great. But then you also there's townhouses, there's houses all in the Lost Key area. But then if you want to look at some other spots, like we talked about the RV park on Pensacola Beach. This RV park's pretty awesome right there along the water, just like it is on Pensacola Beach. But you have Sunset Grill. Sunset Grill is such a fun place. It's right on the water. A couple years ago, they redid all of this dock. And it's just, as you can see, lots of it. So you just pull the boat up, have lunch, have dinner. Great sunset. Probably one of the best sunsets just because where it's located. And then you got, there's some, these townhouses right here are really great. You can get into those for a couple $100,000. And you come right along River Road, lots of really great houses. And then you come down here, come all along River Road, you got Florencia, which is a great beach condo. You have views of the beach, the intercoastal, everything. But the only thing about the Key is, once again, lack of things to do, right? So you got the Jellyfish Bar, which is a really great little bar, restaurant, really good. You got Lillian's Pizza is really good, and then they're building a couple other here. You got Pedro's, and then you got Perdido Key Sports Bar, but Pedro's is a good little spot. And then you also, sometimes there's some little food trucks that are right here. They built this roundabout not too long ago. It's been kind of a shit show with that. But so as you can see, now I will tell you one thing that I have not been too happy with when it comes to Perdido Key is the owners of condos saying that they own the beach. There's been a big battle going up against it, but if you're an owner, that's great, right? But if you don't live here and you want to come hang out at the beach, there is some beach access right here, but it's very, very small because this is in front of the condo. It's like this big. So hopefully they redo that eventually. Parasol is really pretty. And then you actually got up here, you got Purple Parrot. Purple Parrot's cool. These little spots are really neat. They're kind of very beachy, very, let me see if I can get in here. All right. Very kind of Key West feel in there in Purple Parrot, which is really, really neat. But then you also come up here, you got Oyster Bar, which is neat. But now, if you want to come into town here, so you got Fisherman's Corner, that's kind of a newer restaurant. But here is a Publix right here. And then from Publix, you also have a Winn-Dixie right here. Now, also the cool thing, if you do like the golf, you can come in here and hit up Perdido Bay Golf Club as well. So, you know, having those things compared to Navarre Beach. Now, Navarre, you have Hidden Creek, but I like being able to come right here. These are great. So if you come down the Key, you know, a lot of this stuff you can't build on, so it's all protected. And then you'll run into some spots right here where you have some houses, a little bayou. If you keep coming down, Docks and Old River, Sea Spray. Sea Spray is kind of both sides, which is neat. Here's another public access. So as you can see, it's not really that big. Okay. So you got the Crab Trap, Windward. My in-laws used to have a place there. Cool little spot. You got Perdido Towers. Now, places like this, like Windward, they actually own this across the street. So you got tennis courts and you got place for put a boat and whatnot, which is nice. Now you keep coming down. This is great. You're going to get into some really fun areas here. So you got Floribama Yacht Club right here. So you can take the boat right up to it. Or you also got Floribama, right? Good old Floribama. If you've never been to Floribama, you got to check it out. Let's see if it puts it. There it is. Super, super fun. Kenny Chesney, it's got a song about it. But if you ever come to town, if you want to have an experience, you got to check out Floribama. It's super cool. Live music, multiple rooms. And it's right on the beach. But then you got the Old River Grill, but you got the Pensacola Floribama Yacht Club on the other side, where you can take boats and whatnot. Now, the thing about this area is if you want to go into Orange Beach, boom, now you're in Orange Beach. And if you want to go to the wharf, you know, you want to go, here's the Key. And if you want to go to the wharf, you're going to come down here and you're going to come up here to the wharf. So lots of great live music and things like that. So if you're over here, it's not that far. You come up, come around, and there you go. But those are the biggest things. Those are the biggest differences that I tell people, right? So if you're looking to move to the area and you're like, man, I just don't know which beach I would want to be closer to. Well, we can help you find some things that you like, and then we figure out from there. But the biggest question is going to be, what kind of nightlife do you want? What kind of amenities do you want? Pensacola Beach, you're closer downtown. Wahoo's, the Bay Center, the Ice Flyers, the Sanger Theater, the Opera, you know, that kind of stuff, downtown. So there's a lot more things going on that are a little bit more closer when you're at Pensacola Beach. But if you don't mind driving 45 minutes, 30 minutes, just depends on how far you are down the Key and how slow people are driving. But if you don't mind driving 45 minutes, then hey, Perdido Key is beautiful. And I'll tell you, no matter which beach you choose, you're not going to go wrong. It's the beach, right? It's the beach. So, all right, well, thanks so much for tuning in and hanging out. Hopefully you got something from that. And listen, if there's anything that we can do, any questions or anything like that, we love helping people relocate. Just hit me up, 850-637-8622. Talk to you soon.